Aloha, hockey fans, and welcome to the Blue Note Fan Report. I am Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, your host on the program that is by a fan, for the fans, and you know about you, the fans. Well, here it is, the last game of the round robin. In a couple more days, we're going to have playoff hockey. Even though those in the play-in round have already had it, our Blues have not yet. So, normally I talk about the last game, but I'm getting tired of talking about these crappy performances. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the good I've seen. First of all, let's talk about the Avalanche game. Just a teeny tiny tad. We lost 2-1 on a last second shot. Well, that's it. As bad as everyone says we played, we lost 2-1 on a last second shot. That should have gone to overtime. It didn't. That wasn't, you got to look at it as positive. This is the game we should have lost 5-1, 6-1, but we didn't. We have good goaltending. Our play can handle it. We can play better, slightly better, and not be at our best and still win. That was a takeaway. And I took the same takeaway from Vegas. In Vegas, we got the lead, we gave it up, and we got it right back. We gave it up again, but the play was there. We didn't need to play that much better to beat them. So, are they going to be able to flip the switch? I don't know. That seems easy enough. But can they do it? Can they go from this darkness back to this light? I hope so. Well, with this Dallas game coming up, I had a feeling that it was going to be have big implications on the entire playoffs. So I reached out and I got a hold of Mr. Mike Heika, who is the Dallas staff writer. Mike agreed to come on the show, so me and Mike talked about the game between Dallas and St. Louis. So, give a big round of applause for Mr. Mike Heika. Give a big Blue Note Fan Report welcome to Dallas staff writer, Mike Heika. Had to think about it for a second, Mike. Mike, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So, when we first set this up, you and me were talking about, we were thinking, oh man, this is going to be a huge lot of impact, and now it's just blah, but I think that, you were saying earlier, that kind of shows what the teams are thinking in this round robin. Is Dallas kind of, we don't care who we play?
I don't know if they're that. I don't think they have been able to manufacture the emotion they wanted. I think they thought they could, but it was clear, when they saw Vegas come back against them, they're like, okay, well, so, and I don't think they really thought that way, but the process is, you got a safety net here. You're going to be in the first round of the playoffs, and you're going to play one of these four teams, and so it's just a matter of, all right, let's have our game ready. And I think that's what the key for both St. Louis and Dallas tomorrow is both have had ups and downs, and they really want to try and put together a good performance so that when they go into the first round, they're playing good hockey.
Yeah, that's why, this could be a really good game if you're looking at that. Do you know who the starting goalie is going to be?
No, they never tell us. Ben Bishop's kind of been dealing with a bit of an injury. He finished practice today, but that's all they tell us. If I'm guessing, I would say Anton Hudobin, just because, like I said, Bishop didn't practice yesterday. He finished practice today, but I don't know. And then this whole unfit to play thing has been so confusing for fans and everybody else. And Rick Bowness is buying it. He's like, you're either unfit to play or you're ready to play. And so, he is saying at this point, I think that Bishop is unfit to play until they decide tomorrow if he's not unfit to play.
Yeah, I actually kind of like it. I originally thought I wouldn't like this, either play or not play, but I'm kind of liking it. I think it gives a little bit of intrigue. I think it allows it allows the team to just not worry about, it's something they don't have to worry about right now.
Yeah.
More about it, play or not play. That's it. So pretty sure that St. Louis is going to start Jake Allen. And I'm searching my memory banks. And
I'm going to kill his name like I always do it last name. Has Hubadouin played against the Blues this season?
I don't know. I'm going to have to go back and check. They usually play Bishop because obviously Ben is from St. Louis and loves to play against the Blues. They may have had a back-to-back in there where Anton played. I'll have to go look at the numbers. But, well, I mean, he's been really good. He led the regular season in save percentage at .930. So he's been a really good backup goalie. And, you know, they probably split 60-40, kind of like I think you guys do. So he's certainly a great option to have if Ben Bishop can't go.
Yeah, this is two teams with two very good goalies. Putting Allen in this season is not it's not as bad as everyone thought it would be last year. So it's something that, you know, we can work with, and it's not oh my God, we're going to lose Allen in the net like it was before. What are some of the keys to the game for you for Dallas? You know, what are some of the things they need to do to beat St. Louis, and what are some of the things you think St. Louis can do to beat them?
Well, last year in the playoffs, all the film indicates the Stars are a team that creates scoring chances on the rush in transition. They try to create offense from defense, so, you know, set up that line across the middle of the ice, steal the puck, head the other direction, try and attack, or bring something out of the defensive zone and attack on the fly. St. Louis got the puck in, cycled it, shots from the defenseman, traffic at the net. That's basically what last year's series was. I think it'll probably be a little bit more of that, but Dallas is trying to be a team that can get in and do what St. Louis does, and they want to try and set up now, cycle the puck a little bit more, get shots from the point, and try and get tips at the net. We'll see if they do. They have been changing their lines pretty much every single game. Now, there are tweaks here and there, but the big move right now is Rick Bowness has put together Sagan, Ben, and Radulov. And that's the first time they've done that in about 20 games, so dating back to February. So we'll see if that works. It's been one of their best lines for the past couple of years. And then, you know, that kind of juggles a few other things. So you know, we'll see if it works.
Well, yeah, one thing that I'm thinking is Joe Pavelski's probably got nightmares of the St. Louis Blues after the Western Conference Final last year. I wonder if the Blues would put a lot of pressure on him to try and take him out of the game. And then, your young superstar, Rope Hintz?
Yep.
Who's tore the Blues up in that series. If the Blues would probably put a body or two on him to be that physical presence to keep the puck away from him. Do you think that would be something we could see from the Blues?
Yeah, possibly. I don't know that they really worry so much about matchups with Dallas. I think their defense has been so good, and the Stars roll four lines pretty consistently, that they're kind of happy with whatever happens, in my opinion, the Blues are, because they feel that they're able to match whoever is on the ice. In my opinion, I think the Stars should go with Hintz and Gurianov with Jason Dickinson. They have not done that so far. And I think that was a line that gave the Blues some problems last year. So we'll see. I mean, they're trying, Rick Bowness is trying to spread all the offensive talent on four different lines, so then the Blues can't match up. But, you know, if they go at it this way, I think the Blues are going to go right after the Sagan line, because that'll be the line that is all loaded up. Now, Pavelski's been one of their best players since the return to play, so he also will be a target.
Yeah, you know, like I said, he's probably going to have nightmares of the Blues. Last question. I just want to make this quick. Give me some what you think, how each team's going to come out and they're going to start. What you're going to look. What are you looking to see in that first 10 minutes tomorrow?
I think emotion. I really do. The Stars have talked about it, and I think St. Louis feels the same way. Is that the round robin emotion hasn't been there. Not even, at least not to the level of a real playoff series. And so on Tuesday or Wednesday, you're going to start a real playoff series. And I think what they're talking to each other about, the players is we can't just wade into this. We really have to use this game as a chance to up our emotion, up our intensity. So you could actually see physicality. You might see a fight. which I think would be great. I think Jamie Benn will be a guy who will really want to try and boost his team up. My guess is St. Louis will do the same thing. The other interesting thing is these two teams don't like each other. They played a lot. I mean, we see you guys in preseason. That's how much, it's around here. So there's a lot of familiarity, and I do think that will hopefully increase the emotion. And I think both teams want that emotion right now.
Yeah, this is a rivalry that a lot of people don't realize goes back to, I mean, the 70s. This is not something new. Actually, no, to 68. These two teams were the second
North Division, yeah.
Right? And then they were in the Norris Division together. They've been in the same division since they both came in. And I lied. One last question. And normally I do it 3 times, so I'll only do it twice this time.
Okay.
Who do you match up better against? Do you match better up against Calgary or Vancouver?
It's a good question. The interesting thing is Calgary and the Stars usually play high-scoring games, which I don't think the Stars want to do in the playoffs, but that's been their history. So if I'm thinking of what the Stars want right now, I think they would want to play Vancouver and play 2-1, 3-2 games. That's what they've done in the playoffs in the past. If it goes to Calgary and it's a 6-5 game, it'd be great for the fans, but I'm sure the coaches would be pulling their hair out. Yeah,
well, see, that's really an interesting point. And I'll kind of end on this, and I'll let you. St. Louis matches up really well against Calgary. I mean, we've swept the season series with them. You've got Brady Tkachuk. He seems to thrive against St. Louis, but at the same time, none of the rest of the team does. And then Vancouver's kind of a tough play for us. So maybe that could play into this game a little bit.
Yeah, it could all work out. I mean, it's interesting because we started this whole thing about, you want to be the first seed and everything like that. I think if you look down at the 4 teams that are going to come out of the West, it's kind of just pull one out of a hat. I know you'd rather be the first seed, and I think it could make a big difference in the second round. But right now, I think whoever you play is fine.
No, you know what? I could see. And this is just, I mean, I'm thinking about this because as we're doing this, it's the last I look, it was 2-2 between Vegas and Colorado. I could see this game being 3-3 with a minute to go, and somebody from Colorado turn around and swap the puck in their own net so they're the second seed and don't have to face Chicago in the first round.
Yeah, be interesting.
Well, Mike, hey, great. I appreciate you coming on. I know this was short. Maybe during the off season, I'll get down with you. We'll set something up, and we'll do a full-on interview because, like I said, there's some history between these teams that I think Blues fans and Dallas fans would love to hear about.
Yeah, we have so many friends, and we were so happy that they won last year. The Steve Odd, Doug Armstrong. There's just tons of people who either came from the Stars or that we've known or Stars people know. So, yeah, it's a great rivalry. It's a friendly rivalry.
Yeah, it's the one that people don't talk about. It's not heated, but it is an absolute rivalry. Well, Mike, thanks so much for coming on. And like I said, we're going to bring you back during the off season, and you and me are going to sit down and have one of these hour-long, 2-hour-long conversations where I just got to cut it all up because it's so long. Thanks for coming on. This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying to Mike, aloha mahalo, and I'll see you again on the BlueNote Fan Report.
Hey, Mike, thank you so much for sitting down and talking to me. And like I said, we talked about this. We're going to bring you back, and we're going to have a really good talk about the history between the Blues and the Stars. You and me talked offline, and we know what's there. I can't wait during the off season. I know you're more than willing, so I can't wait to talk to you more and help improve this rivalry. It would be a really great thing. It's that time. It is that time for About the Fan. Yes, it is. It is time for About the Fan. This is my favorite part. I mean, you guys, do you realize that I'm 4,300 miles away from St. Louis? I have a couple of Blues fans friends here, but we don't get this is my connection to you. This is my show. That's what it is. The BlueNote Fan Report is called that because this is the fans' importance in this game. I want you guys to realize that you are what makes this show with greatness. Whatever you think about the show, you're the one that makes this. And so for my fan of the game today, I had just interviewed within days, Chris Kerber, the voice of the blues. And I follow him on Twitter pretty regularly. And then all of a sudden I get up and I see he's blowing up with some tweets. And you know what? How about I just let our fan of the game tell you herself. Please give a great big welcome to Jennifer.
Hi.
So, what is your Twitter handle?
Bluesgirl31.
And what tweet did you put out?
So there is this woman named Courtney Jones. She started an awesome program a couple years ago called Support a Teach. And in that program, also called Clear the List, she encouraged teachers to create Amazon wish lists of items that they feel like they could really use in their classrooms, because teachers, we spend so much of our own money. So it was really awesome to be able to have this opportunity to ask for a little bit of help from strangers. So I created my wish list for this year, added tons of really awesome books about diversity and keeping our planet healthy and strong. And I posted it out on my Twitter, and I tweeted
somebody kind of famous and someone who was just on my show, Chris Kerber, picked up your tweet.
He did. Well, I tweeted at him and just said, hey, at Chris Kerber, can you give a teacher a retweet? And that's all. I just wanted him to retweet my post out there just to get a little bit of help. And he took it way further than just a retweet. And
yeah, a little bit further than a retweet. Chris put something out there and said, Blues fans, I know we can get this done. And if I remember this, within an hour, over half the list was taken care of. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yes.
Right? And within, I think it was 12 hours, the entire list was covered and more, right? You had people buy more than what you asked for.
Mm-hmm. I did.
Right? And you still got the packages, right?
I did. Yep.
Can we see them?
Well, I'm not at my house right now.
Oh!
No, but everything is, I've opened up everything. My son actually helps me open up everything. He's a second grader. And he was just looking at all of the books and he was like, Mom, your students are so lucky. Like, I want to read some of these books right now. So there's just so much stuff. Things that my students have asked for the last couple years to have in our classroom. So now I'm going to have it for my new round of students, and I was gobsmacked that Curbs, messaged me and was like, hey, I want to do this for you, and posted it out there for all of his followers to see. And watching someone like him who's got such a great platform, use it for something positive, it just made my heart so happy.
Yeah, he is like I just recently had him on the show, and he's real. This isn't just something he does. He's trying to get his name. No, he does this normally, right? If you remember during the finals, he let John Kelly, Dan Kelly's son, call the games. Stepped away for a period. So I mean, this is just the type of guy he is. I think it's really great, and as part of the fan of the game, who's your favorite player?
Oh, I really like Schwartz. He's little and he's just always out there and he's feisty even for his little size. I really like him. David Backus will be my all-time favorite Blue, but he's no longer here, which is sad.
Yeah. Actually, I'm trying to get him on the show. I'm still working on that.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
I will for sure tune in on that.
All right. Well, Jessica, I want to thank you so much. You have a wonderful story. I tried to get something, but by the time I figured out my account, it was all gone. So I do apologize. But this is my way of getting the word out about you and other teachers What is that site again, or what is it that people can go to if they want to find teachers that are doing this?
Clearthelist.org. Or you can just, if you go into search on Twitter and you just search hashtag clear the list or hashtag support a teach, you will find thousands of teachers out there that are looking for lots of assistance for their classrooms.
Well, I think it's a great organization. And Jessica, I want to thank you for being my fan of the game.
Thank you.
Aloha, Jessica.
Bye.
Bye now.
Thanks.
Okay, Jennifer, thank you so much. Great story. You know what, Jennifer? I hope we get a little more time. I want to know more about your fanhood. I might make you and your family a fan of the game again, just to give you more of a chance. And I appreciate you coming on. Thank you so much. Tattoo of the game. I put a post, has the Blue Note fan report out. And the last tattoo I got, and this one I just got, are absolute stunners. And thank you guys for bringing on. This tattoo that you're looking at here, one of the sides, is on Jim Williams. This is a beauty. Jim told me that he waited until the Blues won the Cup, 51 years, to get a tattoo. And he said when he got it, he wanted to turn it in to a Love of St. Louis tattoo. And you know what, Jim? You did it. You absolutely did it. Big Dave Canoy of Ink Spot has two locations, one in St. Peter's and one in Troy. This one was done in the St. Peter's location. This is everything he loves. It's the arch, it's the skyline, it's the Cardinals, it's the Blues, it's the Cup. And no, that's not the Chiefs. That's the answer to where do you go to high school? Jennings. That's right. What a great way to take the city that we love and showcase it. Jim, this is great. And then he got a picture of his brand new tattoo with the Stanley Cup. Look at this. Look at this. This is great. I love it. Jim, this is amazing. Dave. Yes. Yes, Dave. And you know what? I'm putting this out to Dave on Ink Spot. If you've got more of these Blues tattoos that you'd like to have shown off, contact me, Dave, and we'll get something set up. That's right, to all the tattoo artists out there. If you do Blues tattoos or Cardinals tattoos or St. Louis tattoos, get a hold of me. Let's get this set up. Let's not make me struggle to get tattoos of the game. Let's help your shop out. That's who I am. And finally, let's move into pet of the game. I'm sorry, I got a good one. I got a good cutie. Look at her. Look at her. This is Lucy. Look at little Lucy. I mean, isn't this dog beautiful? And here's the thing about Lucy. She was a rescue from a high kill shelter. She's a very sweet, loving dog. Loves her Blues clothing. Doesn't fight. Can't wait to get it on. Loves when our family's watching the game. She barks. She jumps. She gets excited as the family does. And there's something about Lucy's brother that we kind of need to know. He is working in Tel Aviv. That's right. And he got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch the games during the Cup run. I tell you, I lived in Japan and had to do that stuff. I know what it's like. I give you all the love in the world to do that, my friend. It's great when you can go and not miss a game. Lucy's owned. How about I tell you that? How about I let you know that Lucy's owned by Valerie Molnar Padoir. I hope I said that right. You gotta forgive me. It's becoming my little cliché thing, killing names. But hey, Valerie, thank you so much for letting me use Lucy. Lucy is a beautiful dog. Lucy, thank you for being my pet of the game. Well, last thing is the contest. Go to the website below, and it's going to be in the notes, right? The NHL's bracket challenge, the Blue Note fan report, the password's there. Join, and you've got a chance at winning this beautiful signed Shattenkirk jersey. I'm at 10 right now. If I can get to 20, I'll add another prize. So get on there. It's not hard. And now here's the thing. You're only going to have a couple of days. The playoffs start on Tuesday, and that's when it locks. It will lock on Tuesday. Tuesday's the 12th, I think, 12th or 13th. onto when the playoffs start, it locks. So that's it. It locks. Last thing, boys, what do you tell everybody?
Hawaii Blues fan, we're bleeding blue with you. Let's go Blues! Let's go Blues!
Let's go Blues! This is Guy, the Hawaii Blues fan, saying aloha, mahalo, and I'll see you again on the Blue Note Fan Report. Aloha!